that's a big question. It's at the moment it's a very busy shed. It's a particularly busy shed, but there's bits of everything.
What happens in our shed is what the members themselves decide. So it can be from doing Tai Chi, to yoga, to walking, to outings, to becoming involved in projects in our community.
We have 3 things going on at the moment. We have music lessons for an hour and a half on a Thursday afternoon. We have a walking club, which they'll be out hail, rain or shine tomorrow, so I won't be with them.
It depends on the type of shed. See, in this one we have the carpentry and we have the gardening. You learn experience from one another, and you sit and talk and have a cup of tea and you have a good bit of crack.
Well, you meet your colleagues when you come into a shed and you have some crack and a bit of fun and a cup of tea, and I find it very therapeutic and very helpful.
First of all, there's a lot of tea drank. Well, as Tom mentioned, it's up to the individuals themselves. They can really get involved in a lot of things, like we say in the workshop, for instance. You're not isolated. You have some place to come. Or if you want to talk to somebody about something, hey, I've got a problem, whatever. You know what I mean? And there might be someone here that you feel that you could open up to and say, like, what do you think? Can you give me any advice on this? There's I think that's in a nutshell, that's what it is, to be honest about it.
I find it a great focus for my week now, because since I retired and being the age that I am and possibly not being as active as I used to be, we have activities practically 5 days a week.
I come here to meet my colleagues. I come here nearly every day, for a few hours anyway, and I meet all the lads.
The bit of chat means everything. If you do nothing but just tell a few lies or something, or get the crack on. but it's therapy in itself.
It gave me a new lease of life, basically. It's changed, and I know my wife at home, well, she was glad to get me out of the house to start with, but she notices the change in me, it's uplifted. I've got a new life.
People meet one another in the main shed and it gets rid of isolation. I also think I'm a farmer as well, same as Sean, and there's an awful lot of farmers out there, and the bachelors, a lot of them, and they should be in here today.
Yeah, the camaraderie. Yeah, making comrades.
I suppose the big thing is friendship, companionship, camaraderie. I would say it's almost like a brotherhood. People, you always know there's somebody there to give you a hand if you're doing something, whether you want to sit and have a chat, or whether there's a piece of work you want done. All you have to look around, there'll be somebody there for you. That's a huge thing, and I think it's what the shed is all about. Men working together, helping one another out.
I've met people away from the shed who would say, "Sure, what do you do up there?" So you just talk about the activities that are ongoing. You talk about the camaraderie.
The onus is on all of us to try and bring somebody in,
yeah,
and introduce them around. That needs to be done.
Well, through advertisement and encouragement, and on days out, like St. Patrick's Day Parade, you're advertised the shed.
The more you put out there about it, the more chances you have of getting people in, Like, for example, this shed here now, we're lucky in the sense that we have a garden, and we have a polytunnel. So during the summer, if you were meeting on Saturdays, when people would be off, or even during the holidays, it would be an ideal place to get out and just chill out for a couple of hours.
In effect, it's a form of preventative medicine.
I probably have one or two maybe over the last couple of years, but I have mentioned to a few people over the years, like particularly people like myself that's living on their own. And I said, look, get out of the house. Come up, try the shed, have a cup of tea, meet the fellas. And I said, the kettle is always on, which is an important thing,